Hello.
Welcome back, everyone. Oh, it's a very hot day in New York City.
It
It's
is.
it's going to be like 90 degrees tomorrow, right?
I think today and tomorrow. I think tomorrow's supposed to be 92, which I'm not pleased with.
So, I'm Marina Franklin, and this is,
I'm Evelyn Frick.
and she's still here.
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm so happy to be back on the live stream with everybody.
I know it's been such a long time.
Yeah.
Last week I was in Chicago, so I took off
Yeah.
because I didn't have all of my equipment that makes this possible.
Sure.
I mean, I could have done it on my, but it wouldn't be.
Yeah.
I'm the captain of the ship.
Yep. Yeah. And also, like, it seemed like you spent a lot of time with your nieces, which,
Oh yeah,
yeah, I saw on Instagram, look very cute.
yeah. They're like, it's just amazing. Like 1 year, and you just see how much they've progressed and grown.
Oh,
My one
yeah.
niece is taller than me,
Oh, wow.
and her shoe size is like much like she can't wear my shoes. And my other niece is talking. It's like she's more verbal, but
Yeah.
it's like she's just going with it, and I don't understand half of what she's saying, but
Yeah.
she's going.
Just that's
She'll
good.
just keep going. She'll just keep trying to, and she gets really frustrated if you don't understand what she's
Mm,
explaining to you, but she's
yeah.
so cute.
Aw,
Oh my god, she's
love
adorable,
that.
little cookie. And then I went dancing, I went house music.
Oh, wow, that's exciting.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun because finally, like, I mean, I don't know. I was in Chicago, so I was a little worried because I didn't know their rate,
Yeah.
infection rate, and even though I'm vaccinated, I still get very nervous.
No, me too.
And I was inside, and there were people inside without a mask, and I don't know if they all were vaccinated or not,
Yeah,
but I know I kept mine on just in
and
case.
yeah,
'Cause no one
absolutely.
asked at the door if I was
Oh,
vaccinated.
really?
Yeah, no one asked.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing because now, like, the CDC says if you're vaccinated, you don't have to wear it inside, which, like, I still, wear it, but now it's like it gives people the freedom to, like, not really, like, ask or, not wear them if they're vaccinated, which I personally don't like.
I know. Well, we had last week nothing to see here. Oh, I'm looking at our chat. Oh, they're not. They're still logging on probably.
Yeah, probably.
Hopefully. Um but last week we had Zainab was saying she doesn't want to get vaccinated
Oh, interesting.
as of now, and we had a pretty good conversation about it.
Yeah, I mean, that's important. Like, it's important to be able to, like
Talk.
like you said, like, with talking about, like, on this week's episode, talking about Meghan McCain, like, even if you disagree, like, being able to, like, listen and,
Oh, you're still
talk
listening to the
Oh,
podcast?
yeah, absolutely.
Oh, that made me so happy.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
thank you for saying that because yeah, on this week's episode, I was just like I felt like I don't know, maybe I'm just different, but I
Mhm.
feel like if there's no room for people who've changed,
Yeah.
like we have to allow people to say they've changed and give them time to prove it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't want to shut the door on anyone. There's certain people I can't like, I just don't engage with.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I do think like Megan Kane is not. She's a popular person to dislike.
Oh, yeah, it's very easy to, like, make jokes about her, and, like, her opinions and, like, her hair and stuff and, like, not actually, like, engage with what she's saying.
She has so many hairstyles.
Oh, man, it's yeah. It's a lot.
Mm. But I actually kind of like her. I mean, I don't dislike her,
Yeah.
I should say. Some of the things that she says, it makes me mad. Like I would be mad at a friend who's saying some crazy stuff that I just don't disagree. But then she says some other things, for the LGBT community, for Black
Mhm.
Lives Matter, her opinions about where the Republican Party is going.
Yeah.
Like she says some things that are valid, and I'm like, I'll give her that.
Yeah, absolutely, and I mean, I think also it's not like she just says whatever and there's no pushback, I mean, I think that, like, I love, like, seeing, like, Whoopi Goldberg's reactions to her because they're always very funny.
Oh, when Whoopi said, "Look, we got to go to commercial.
Or
This ain't
she'll
about you."
yeah. That was good.
That was so good. And then also, and I don't even think sometimes Whoopi does that on purpose. I think
No.
she's just like the connection isn't great
Yeah,
and there's a
absolutely.
second of delay and Whoopi's reactions seem to always seem bothered. Do you
Mhm.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
No one's writing us.
I know. Where
What's
are
going
they?
on? I think you know what I think?
Hmm.
I hope everyone's grabbed on to this.
Yeah.
Do you
I think
think
they
we're
will.
do you think we're live?
Let me check. I think they probably are, but
Is
yeah, I could
anyone
definitely.
out there? Are you all
Hello?
enjoying the beach? I feel like they're all out there enjoying the weather.
Oh, yeah. Maybe.
I,
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm weird, but like I can enjoy like the sun and stuff, but when it gets into the 90s, mm-mm. No,
oh,
no.
really?
Yeah, it's like I'd rather just like not.
Mhm.
Let's
Oh, look, I
see.
don't want to eat on the microphone.
Yeah.
But oh look, yeah, there's someone.
Oh, nice.
Mike Decotu. I'm here and
Hello.
I'm not at the beach. Oh, all right, good. We just wanted a sign that you were here. Oh, now they're all coming through.
Oh,
So the
yeah. Okay.
delay.
Yeah, I see. People are
Justin
watching.
Swift, no beach for me today. Scooby Doofus, yes, you're live and there are a few people here. Okay, thank you. Sorry that we took off last weekend, but like I was saying, I had to visit the family.
Yeah, that's important.
So it was fun, you know.
Yeah, I'm actually going to Chicago in August, which I'm very excited about because I have some family out there. My sister lives out there, so I'll be seeing her, and I think we're gonna go to a Cubs game, which sounds really fun.
Oh, that is fun. Okay, true story. Like we used to have what was called senior ditch day
Oh yeah, yeah, sure.
in high school. And like that was I never ditched. I was like one of
Yeah.
those kids. I
No,
was
oh, me
always
too.
like
Yeah,
I was a good kid. I didn't want to be suspended. Like that was my fear. I never
yeah.
was like there was one time I was suspended. I think it was for senior ditch day. And I remember going into like the room
Oh,
and I was
sure.
like, this is what it feels like to be a bad kid. I didn't know what to do. I was sitting down. I was like, "This is so weird." I was
Yeah,
like looking
yeah,
at all the regular bad kids.
yeah, yeah.
I was like, "This is where you go,
Oh,
huh? This is what you do regularly, weekly."
yeah.
But for me, it was like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "I'm in trouble." I was so nervous about being in trouble all the time. But senior ditch day,
Hmm.
we would go. We would go to the Cubs game,
Oh, that's so fun.
like
Yeah, I
Ferris
love
Bueller's Day Off.
Wrigleyville. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's just like a fun area, and like I've been following how they've been doing with COVID regulations, and they've been really, really careful. So I feel like comfortable doing that. Also, it's outside, so
Don't
um,
forget to bring your vaccination card.
oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because like, the thing that's, like, slightly annoying for me is that I got vaccinated in Pennsylvania, where my family is from, so I can't
Mhm.
use Excelsior Pass. I just have to, like, bring my card everywhere because Excelsior Pass is
Oh,
only if you've been vaccinated in New York. So I
oh.
just have to I'm so nervous about losing it. But yeah, so
That's not so that because I have that pass. I
mhm,
just downloaded it. I saw it on New York One. I'm the only
yeah.
one that still watches New York One, I feel. But I downloaded it. I have it.
Yeah.
But can it be used anywhere else outside of New York or no?
I feel like probably because like, it has, like, your, like, information that you've been vaccinated on it. I'm assuming that hopefully, like, in the next few weeks, like, Pennsylvania will have, like, its own app that I can probably use, because like, if it has the information on it, then I think it should be okay, but
Yeah.
we'll see. Although I haven't actually gone inside anywhere yet.
So how are we doing on our new job? You tell me what you can tell. You don't have to say
Oh,
things you don't know.
yeah.
But tell
Um
everyone how you're doing.
Yeah, my new job is great. For those who haven't been here before, or it's been a minute, I'm working as an editorial assistant at this company called 70 Faces Media, and I work specifically with three of their brands. So basically, what I do is, well, recently I started writing articles for them, which has been really fun. I have an article that I'm working on right now about this Jewish activist from like the 60s and 70s who had a hand in organizing like the first ever Pride Parade in New York
Mm.
City. So yeah, I've been writing content for them. I also do social media work with like designing header images for the articles and also on like Instagram and Facebook. I also, let's see, what else
Did
do I
friends
do?
like us help you with that?
Oh, absolutely.
You
Yeah.
really?
Oh, yeah, like, I would not have, like, actually, like, a surprising amount of, like, my job is, like, using Photoshop and, like, creating images, which I didn't really do before I started working with Friends Like Us, and, like, made some of the images for, like, our like, the live streams that, like, the election night live stream, the
Yeah, those are
inauguration.
great.
Yeah, so yeah, absolutely, and then I also, like, have like later on, not so much now because I'm still learning a few things, but I will probably be like running some of the social media accounts, or like, I actually do for one of the accounts. I post like stories and stuff, which I don't like have a background in like social media management, but like education wise, but I did a lot of it with Friends Like Us. So I like
Cool.
know how to manage it. Yeah, no, I absolutely would not be prepared for this job without Friends Like Us. So
Oh, that makes me so happy.
yeah, so no, it's great. I really like
I
it.
always wonder, like, am I teaching them anything?
Oh, absolutely.
And I have to say, like, the new girls we have, I think they're learning a lot and they're really good. They're gonna
Yeah.
come on the stream at some point too
Oh,
with
that's
you.
great.
But it's like it really makes me feel good, like, because I want you to get something out of it. I want you to just be, doing this endless social media work. I was just
Yeah.
watching this show, by the way, on Hulu about social media.
Oh, what show is it?
It was on Hulu and it was
Mhm.
New York Times like going
Oh,
back and showing how
yeah.
these black influencers were struggling to get seen
Yeah.
on, like, I hear about that all the time, but
Yeah.
like seeing them talk about it and how difficult it is, like they each had like, I think like 1 million viewers each or something like
Wow.
that, or I think I'm saying it wrong, but now they
Yeah.
have like 13 million altogether or
Oh,
something like that.
wow.
But then they showed at the very end, like one white influencer has the same amount of all
Oh
of
my
them
god.
combined.
That's crazy.
And they weren't sure like how they weren't like they were trying to figure out the algorithms and
Mhm.
why they get I guess it's called shaded. Is it shaded?
Oh, shadow band, I think
Shadow
it is.
banned, yes. What
Yeah.
is shadow banning? Look, I sound like such an old lady now, but what is shadow
No,
banning?
yeah,
That's
I
called
only
shaded.
I shaded. But shadow banning, I mean, I've actually only learned what that is because of, like, social media accounts that I like, Black run social media accounts that I follow that have been like, "We've been shadow banned." But essentially, it's when, social media companies will, like, like, for example, like, on Instagram, they'll specifically make it so not as many people are seeing your post. So it means that, like, they'll put it lower down on someone's, like, timeline or something so it won't get, like, as much interaction,
Mm.
because it's not like with, like, social media, it's, or yeah, with, like, social media, it's not like everything people post, like, comes up in, like, chronological order. It's like they're curating it for you, so they're
Yeah.
specifically, like, not highlighting, things
And
with.
why do they choose to do that?
I mean, that's a good question. The one account that, like, I know and follow and I've seen it happen to them, they're called No White Saviors, and it's basically this, like, group of Black activists who, like, talk about, like, basically, like, white people who go to Africa and, like, take pictures with, like, Black children or like, "Look, like, we're doing such great work here," and stuff like that, and they specifically, like, call, like, them out and are like, "You shouldn't, like support this like organization because that's like what they do." And so I guess like Instagram, like like for whatever reason, they don't like that. Big, because most corporations are, part of like systemic racism.
Yes, yeah,
So
it's
yeah,
so interesting because they
yeah,
were talking on the show about how when you ask to be like, get your account back,
Yeah.
Who are you asking to get your count back?
Mhm.
Who's paying you?
Yeah,
It's not, you don't
absolutely.
own it, and I've always thought that, oh, Scooby Doofus weighs in. He says it just means they don't present your content to the audience. It's still there and followers can see you, but you won't get anybody new.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's so, and I wonder if that's happened to me and I didn't know it. Is there a way I know? Like, because,
A good way to gauge it is, like, how many people are, like, interacting with your posts. Because like, the account that I mentioned, No White Saviors, they, like, said that they noticed it because they would get maybe, like, I don't know the exact number, but say, like, they would maybe get, like, 10,000 likes on a certain post, and then
mhm.
slowly, like, when it's the shadow banning, like, started to happen, there was a dramatic decrease in the amount of people liking or
Not
commenting on their
liking.
posts because fewer people were seeing it. So
Ah.
yeah, I think that's a good way to gauge is, like, if fewer people than normal are interacting and it, like, keeps happening, that's a pretty good way to gauge it, I think.
It's so crazy because it's like I that whole world of like getting likes
Mhm.
and it was just watching these young kids who feel like they have a place now because there's other outlets that where they can be seen or where we
Yeah.
thought, right?
Yeah,
That,
exactly.
like TV and the news doesn't always represent you. So we thought like, oh, social media will do it. I could get on
Yeah.
social media and be seen and still
Yeah.
it's controlled.
Yeah, and it's also crazy because it's like, who is making those decisions to, like, shadow ban
TikTok.
certain accounts? Yeah, it's like because you can't imagine, like, Instagram is, like, owned by Facebook, so that means, like, it's Mark Zuckerberg, but, like, he's not making the individual decisions to, like, shadow ban people, so, like, who is?
Who is? I mean, and I have noticed on TikTok, when if you don't have a nice background, they
Mhm.
don't let people see it.
Wow, that's
Yeah, like,
interesting.
and I have a studio, I have a small New York apartment. I could, you know how I do my dance videos.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, here's the real reason I'm asking this is because, some of my dance videos have been blocked, like in other countries, not here.
Oh, in other countries?
Yeah, they'll say, like, you weren't allowed to use this music, even though I don't have the rights to this music, I'm just
Sick.
using it for which is also, like, kinda crazy because on TikTok, there's, like, nothing but music.
Yeah, absolutely. It's, like, all, like, using other people's music.
So I'm like, "Well, who's making these rules?" Like,
Yeah,
if like, TikTok allows you to share it to your Instagram page
yeah,
with the music attached, so, I don't know,
yeah,
Instagram or Facebook, maybe you guys need to think about that one.
yeah, truly. I agree.
Because my dance videos look at me, it's all about my dance videos. No, because there was, like, a day where I couldn't put, like, a link to say swipe up, and I was like, "Am I
Oh, I
being
saw that.
punished?" I
Yeah,
was like, "Am I being punished? What happened?"
and that's
And then
so strange.
yeah, and then it came back.
That's wow, that's weird.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, I
But I
think
think
that,
they
like, might have been, like, something to do with, I don't know if that's,
was I
like
being punished?
I honestly, I mean, social media companies are so weird about their, like, guidelines and, like, how they enforce them, so I wouldn't be surprised if yes.
I was being punished.
It's so
Hi,
weird.
Eric in Haber. Eric says, "Marina, I have always loved you."
Aw,
Oh, thank you.
it's so kind.
Oh, I will say I sorry. I will say, like, it feels so good, though, just to be out again, the world is
Mhm.
opening. I do say jokingly on stage, I kinda miss the pandemic. Not the sad part of it, but the isolation. I really like, you're around a lot of people and you're like, "Oh, this is all that stuff is coming back, that tension,
Yeah.
the competition,
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
the phonies." The phonies are will always be the phonies.
Yeah, it's like you have to, yeah, like, engage and interact with people, whereas over the pandemic, like, it was easier to just be like, "I don't have the time for this right now."
Oh, yeah. But, getting on stage, I did 3 shows last night,
Oh,
so
wow.
I'm back, like, doing that, like, it's so weird coming off of a year of not performing, and then you're
Yeah.
just back at this, and it's like the rhythm is still there. It's like
Mhm.
initially I do think us doing those Zoom shows really helped.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
I miss doing it. I still can't figure out how to do a Zoom show.
Yeah, I'm sure yeah, like
Hard.
'cause, yeah, with the scheduling and stuff, I'm sure it's, like, hard to know when you'll
I
be
do know a
free.
day though. I know a day.
Oh, really?
Yes, Sunday. But that's my only day off.
Off. Oh, yeah.
So I'll have to do a Sunday.
Show.
I think that'll work in June.
I think
That
people
one
would like that.
Sunday. Yeah. It's my only day off. I was trying to protect my only day off, but I feel
Yeah.
bad that I haven't done a virtual show and let them know what's going on with the bar outside my building.
Oh, yeah, true, people want updates.
Those people. I
Has
try
have
not to
more
say their
happened
names. Oh,
since we last spoke?
has yeah.
Oh, no.
I'll give an example. I try not to say their names because, I do understand they're a business trying and
Yeah.
struggling and whatever. I hate them. But trying to be a decent individual in this.
Yeah.
But like I was in Chicago and I get a text from my neighbor who
Mhm.
is like they're screaming in the back. And
Oh
I
my
thought we
god.
fixed this and they're screaming in the back. And this is what the guys and I have communication with them so I text the owner or partner and I
Yeah.
said, "Hey, isn't that funny? Like I'm a real Karen. I'm like
Yeah.
in another state getting texts
Yeah.
about noise complaints. I
And
like
you deal
have a
with it.
whole network of
Work.
Karen
Yeah.
just working for me.
Yeah. Well, I
Um,
mean, it sounds like you have to with these business owners.
oh, thank you, Arlene. That's
Hello.
so sweet. She says, "Hey girls, happening. It's a beautiful day in Seattle today. Glad to start it with you. Glad
Oh,
to start it with you too.
yeah, we're so happy you're here.
I love Seattle when it's beautiful. That must be,
Oh, I'm sure. I've never been to the Pacific Northwest, but I've heard that it's lovely.
no.
No, I haven't yeah, I've really only seen like, of the US, like, I've really only ever been on the East Coast, and then because my parents are from the Midwest, I've been to certain parts of the Midwest, and then California, but that's kind of it.
Well, a little unknown fact about Seattle.
Mm.
Most sold sunglasses.
Hmm. Oh,
Yes.
interesting.
Isn't that interesting?
Hmm.
In Seattle,
Huh.
which is very,
I wonder
dark. And
why.
I think because when it does become sunny, it's like,
Oh, yeah, it's a
whoa,
lot.
but yeah,
Yeah.
my brother told me that fact. Hey, Prince. Prince is here.
Hello.
What new thumbnail?
Yeah,
I'm
what new
not sure I
thumbnail?
like the new thumbnail. You got
Oh,
this.
I think for this live stream, the photo instead of, like, your green, like, headshot was, like, a different one.
Oh, with me in a bikini?
Wait,
You
yeah,
didn't
why
know?
wouldn't you like that, Prince?
Yeah, I'm in a bikini.
Yeah.
Unless I didn't show up right. Did it show up right?
No,
Did it
I
show
saw
up right?
that, yeah.
Yeah, what's up with that, Prince? And also, I got a complaint from someone. That's why I changed it up.
You got a complaint?
Yeah, someone tweeted at me. They were like, could you change up your thumbnails? And I was like, is that where we're at
Yeah.
as a society? Is that what I get?
Yeah,
I
you
get change your thumbnails? Is that what you really want? So I was like, all right. So I figured I'd change it up and put different pictures here and
there's
there. I like
yeah.
the green one too, Prince, but shalom. Shalom, D. Shake a
Hello.
dang. Dang. Oh my God. They're screaming in the back right now.
Oh my god.
Oh,
See,
they're
because
just,
I live above a restaurant, and I was nervous when I moved in because of, like, everything you told me, but they've been fine, so it's possible for restaurants who, like, are below, like, apartments to be, like, nice and quiet.
yeah. Oh, look, we keep losing them. The sunglasses.
Um,
So if you're just joining us, just so you know, we do this every Saturday. We took off last Saturday because I went to Chicago. Sometimes we'll take off, but I'll let you know. You'll get an alert like you did last Saturday, which I thought I was so proud of.
yeah, that
And
was good.
and so we talked to Arlene, who is in Seattle, and we were talking about sunglasses being the most sold, and she says we keep losing them on cloudy days, and that's why we have to buy more.
That's funny.
Really? That is interesting. That makes sense, though.
Yeah, the more cloudy days than not, I would assume.
Yes, that makes a lot of sense. Um, Mulwini, I don't remember Prince using this term before. I avoided it in the last message because I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
But I hope I'm saying it right. Mulwini means greetings in, oh boy, okay, I'm not
It might be
gonna,
Hosa. I'm not sure though.
Hosa.
Yeah, maybe.
Look
I
at
might
that.
be wrong.
I went in too after you
Yeah.
said I went Hosa.
Yeah.
One of the languages in South Africa, by the way. I know there's so many languages in South Africa. True story. I went to South Africa.
Oh wow.
I watched the soaps there, and they switched between like 3 or 4 languages in a scene
Oh wow.
because they have so many
Which
languages.
is
It's
yeah. I mean,
really
I'm sure that's like for like kids, it's really good for their brain development to be like introduced to so many different languages at a young age.
yes. That's what I'm jealous. I'm so jealous of that because they
Yeah.
have Zulu.
Yeah.
They have languages to prevent like for war,
Or yeah, yeah, yeah.
so that the white man so that the white man don't know where we at. So there's a
That's
couple,
fun.
that's
Yeah, yeah,
real.
yeah.
It's like a language, it's words. So I
That's so cool.
appreciated that, all those different languages. And then I was so jealous of it. I was like, I want to speak more than one language.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
Oh, Venus Boy says the new thumbnails are luscious. Okay,
Ooh.
Prince. Oh, it sent me 3 different thumbnails and 3 different reminders. Oh, because I messed up. I had to fix it. That's why. Sorry.
That's so funny.
Hi, Master Wise 7. Where are you at?
Hello.
Where are you residing? Um Aish, Ash. What's the Oh, is that what's going on there?
I don't know. I don't recall.
Mm, I'm being so unprofessional, but that popsicle, it's a
It's
hot
90
day.
degrees today. What are you gonna do?
Keeps me cool. It's a better way to keep me cool than for, with my hot flashes than to put
Oh.
that ice pack I put on my body. Did you see
Mm-hmm.
that ice pack?
No, I don't think I ever did.
It's a shawl made of ice.
A shawl?
It's like an ice shawl.
That's crazy. I love that actually.
It looks so crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, the bikini one reminds me of an old James Bond movie, except for the inhaler. Yeah, that was the joke.
That's
It's like
funny.
I'm strong, but yet I need an inhaler.
Inhaler, yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, okay. Doing more. D. Timu. Oh, Timu is a great South African house artist. Oh, okay. He sometimes sings in Xhosa. I don't understand it, but it sounds beautiful. Okay. All right.
Good
Okay.
to know.
Thank you. And oh, look, I just wanted that to be said again. DJ Eric Prince. Hello, Eric Prince. How are you? I
Hello.
went dancing last Saturday in Chicago. Did some house music dancing. But here's the thing that what really bothered me, Evelyn, when I went
Mhm.
dancing. My friend, Isis,
Yeah.
who, by the way, left me several times, um, just randomly just left me in places. And you can't like yell out,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Isis,
Sis. Yeah.
you can't really yell that out right now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But she went dancing and she went really hard in the first 5 minutes, which I
Mhm.
is a novice mistake.
Yeah,
Let's
oh
talk
yeah,
about that.
absolutely. You gotta conserve your energy.
Thank you, Evelyn. Like you
Yeah.
have to warm up. You don't just start hard dancing and you gradually you get there, you get your drink, you chill for a
Yeah.
second, you hear the music, you wait for that beat that you really want to dance to.
Mhm.
She got tired out.
Yeah. Rookie mistake.
She got tired out as she was doing this move. It was cute. She was going.
That's so funny.
And this one woman, I saw this one woman who was dancing next to her, and ISIS was definitely hitting on this woman. It was so funny because the woman was like, and this woman was dancing, and ISIS was like, and the woman had this look like,
Oh my
"Are you
god.
okay?" Like,
Yeah. Like, what's happening?
and there was one woman who had a fan with her because
Oh,
she was having hot flashes.
yeah.
And she was that's the thing is when you're my age and you go dancing, everyone is going through like some type of change.
Yeah.
It's really funny. It's like hot flashes on a dance floor, cataracts, all of it.
I
You know,
know.
a couple came in, and I think I was getting hit on by this young
Oh,
girl.
wow.
And she looks at me and she goes, "Is this a party for 50-year-olds?"
Oh my god.
That's what she asked me. And I was like, well, kinda, yeah. And she's like, "Well, how old are you?" And I told her my age. She goes, "Get out." She goes, "You look like 19." I was like, "Thank you.
Yeah.
That's a good line. I like it." You
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
But they were so confused because I don't think they use that space quite often for house
Mm.
music and old house heads. So
Oh,
it was
sure.
confusing to some of the young regulars who wanted like hip hop, and
Oh, yeah.
it was not available that night.
Yeah. But house
What is
music is great to dance to.
it's so great.
Yeah.
So what is the best thing you've done so far since the weather has changed and
Oh, well, actually, a few weekends ago, my girlfriend and I went to the beach, which was really nice. We went down to Coney Island, which from where I am in Brooklyn, it's like a 30-minute ride on the queue.
oh,
So yeah, it was really nice. And we also we went on like a Monday because I had off from work because I get off from work on Jewish holidays because I work for a Jewish media company. And it
nice.
wasn't like a
There's a
really like
lot of Jewish
there are a
holidays.
lot of, yeah, I've heard that, September, like, when, like, all the high holidays are, like, we barely work. But this one was, like, a not super, super important one, so I, just kind of was, like, had the day off, so, yeah, we went down to the beach, and because it was a Monday, like, it was really sunny, but, like, not many people were there, which was
Ooh,
nice. So,
nice.
yeah, like, we had lunch, on
Speaking
the
my language.
beach. Yeah, we just, like, brought books and, like, read for a while and just, like, sat out in the sun, and it was really, really lovely. I have also, like, started seeing friends again since, you know, uh, like, I've been vaccinated, my partner's been vaccinated, a lot of my friends have been, so we started seeing them. But honestly, I haven't, like, done anything, like, I haven't, like, gone inside anywhere, like, eating at restaurants, I haven't, or, like, done any events where, like, I've gone inside yet. I feel like I
No?
probably will just because a lot of, like, my friends are starting to, like, do shows again inside, and, like, I probably will soon, so it will happen, and I am excited for it, but,
Are you
yeah, mostly
scared though? You
sticking.
scared?
I'm not s I wouldn't say I'm not scared, like, I do feel fairly confident in that, like, I won't get COVID because I've been vaccinated, and even if I do, like, it won't be, like, bad, um, but it just, like, I haven't been inside in, like, a group space in, like, over a year, so it seems, I don't know, it's just I think I'm not quite used to it anymore.
Mhm. Mm. It is so weird
Yeah,
for me going inside
yeah.
and doing the stand up. Like I still think about it.
Oh, yeah. I think I probably
But
will always think about it because I think too, like, for me, like, I, like I got, like, a cold, like, or, like, strep throat, like, a few
that's
weeks
right.
ago,
I remember
but that
that.
was, like, the first time that I'd been sick in, like, over a year, so I think I'm
Mm.
gonna, like, continue wearing my mask, like, on the subway, like,
Oh yeah.
like, in a lot of indoor places because it was really nice not being sick for a year.
Yeah, I continue wearing my mask inside. I see other people doing that as well.
Mhm.
Sometimes I feel a little bit of judgment that comes my way for wearing a mask still inside, but
Yeah, me too.
hey, what I even switch the microphones out
Oh, yeah,
and
that's
take
good.
this on the road.
Oh, that's smart, yeah.
Yeah, because I do know that some people aren't not vaccinated and slipping in these clubs.
Mhm. Yeah.
And some clubs, I know there are comics who don't want to get vaccinated,
Yeah.
and I know them.
Oh,
And I'm
wow.
like, you're using the same microphone that I'm using.
Yeah.
So
That's
until
yeah.
and here's the explanation I got, which was really interesting. Someone said, "Well, I get tested around this person all the time, so I'll know if they have it or not." I go, "That's not like
Yeah.
a smart way of
Yeah.
managing your life around this virus."
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Because like people could not have symptoms.
Yeah, I'm not going to be relying on someone's test. I'm going
Hmm.
to protect myself as much as possible.
Yeah,
Um
absolutely.
Prince says, they're really yelling. I just heard a solid
Um,
"Ooh."
oh my God. I actually can't hear it on your end.
Yeah, this is the one. These microphones are really good for
Hmm.
protecting outside assholes. Is what I always call them. Haha, the second time you pronounced it right, but Hossa really hit you. Wait, you came to South Africa? When? I came to South Africa, Prince, um, early on in my career. Maybe not that early on, but like they asked for me to go to South Africa. Look, I'm having a hot flash. Um, I can't remember how many years. I would say it was probably a good 18 years ago,
Wow.
maybe less. And I met Winnie Mandela.
Oh wow. That's
Yeah, I met
incredible.
Winnie Mandela and I met Zinzi Mandela. Both have
Oh,
passed, God rest their souls. And it was a great experience because I was there doing a show for David Cow, who does it's called All Blacks Show. And it's in this hotel. And um yeah, he flew me out. And that
wow.
last day I had a choice to go to like what was considered to be like a zoo. They call it a day ride. That's what
Oh,
they
okay.
call it. And I was like, "Well, isn't Africa the zoo? How it's the saddest zoo in the world is the zoo in Africa. Has to be the
Yeah.
saddest
Yeah.
zoo." Um, but he tricked me and he took me instead to a restaurant to see Zinzi and Winnie Mandela.
Wow.
And Winnie Mandela greeted me with a welcome home hug, and she hugged me and kissed
Ooh.
me 3 times because they do the traditional Dutch do
Ah,
that too. They
yeah,
do
yeah.
1, 2, 3, and it was really a great moment because everyone else had been teasing me while I was there about saying I'm home.
Yeah.
They were all like, "No, you're not," because there's still that whole thing, going
Yeah,
on.
yeah, yeah.
So I was like, "I'm not home,"
Yeah.
and then Winnie said, "You're home."
Oh,
So it was
that's really
nice.
lovely.
It was nice. Um, so I loved South Africa. I wish I could go back. I was in
Yeah.
Joburg, which they call it Joburg. I know we
Mm,
say Johannesburg, but it's short for Joburg.
mhm,
Joburg is short for Johannesburg.
mm,
What is it? Oh, Eric Prince saw my TikTok with my niece. Yes, I play with my
mhm.
niece. I like to show my niece that I'm still cool. She, of course, they always roll their eyes at me. It's all good.
Yeah.
Scooby Doofus says Isis was my last cat's name when she got out, and I had to call her on the street. Oh no! Oh my god! You know what? I once had a dog named Ganja,
Incredible.
and I remember the owner telling me I was babysitting him, and the owner
Mhm,
said, if you don't get him the first time, he will never come to you,
mhm.
and you'll have to constantly scream his name. And that happened.
That's so funny. A friend of
And
mine
all these
just
kids were making fun of me because I was like, Ganja, get over here.
a friend of mine just got a little kitten that she named Gigolo. And so whenever she goes to the vet, I feel like it'll be kind. I mean, she's like this is actually the person that I recommended to you. Just got a cat named Gigolo. But yeah, I think it'll be funny at the vet. But it's a great name. It's a very cute cat.
I love that. I love Gigolo. That's so cute.
Yeah,
Just a gigolo
yeah.
everywhere I go. Let's see here. This Prince. Hey, DJ. Oh, they're talking. They're talking. The princes are talking.
Talking. Oh.
Oh, your lives from last weekend were funny. Oh, with Zainab and Suba. Yes, that was
Oh
fun.
yeah, it's a good
Uh oh,
pairing.
someone's calling me. It's Keith Robinson.
So, I was about to say, is it Yamanika since she always
I know
calls?
she always calls during my lives. I will
Yeah.
see her. She will actually be, it's a good thing you brought her up because she's going to be on this week's recording, which will go
Oh,
out the
that's
week after.
great.
So you will get to see. We had the current episode that goes out next week. Or no,
Mm,
I just said that wrong. The current episode that I have right now
mhm,
is with Iman El Husani, Joyelle Johnson,
mhm.
and Noye Brown West. That's a good heated conversation about
Yeah,
like, whether or not like, I was talking about Megan Kane is like,
yeah,
because I said I don't dislike her, I just don't agree with her.
yeah,
I don't have strong feelings about her. I mean, I have strong feelings about what she says,
yeah,
and I have strong reactions to what she says about guns in
yeah.
America and about sometimes with the Republican Party. I'm like, where are you going?
And yeah, yeah,
And I'm like, you had me and then you lost me,
yeah, yeah.
And then we were talking about how Whoopi has reactions,
Since yeah,
I said to them, I said, don't you miss? There were times when you knew someone that you loved actually and you
yeah,
disagreed and you could just move on.
yeah,
And I think in this past year we're all very like holding on to like after George Floyd. I get it,
yeah, yeah.
that you want to hold people accountable, but this real canceling of people is not healthy.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it's not healthy.
It's not healthy and it's just not human.
Yeah,
People have views that are going to disagree with yours, and that's that's the world. That's how the world is. And if in that moment they're not threatening my life,
yeah,
I'm fine. But
yeah.
anything outside of that, like if someone's like an extremist, or if someone shows me that they have supported what happened on June, what was it, on the
Oh gosh.
insurrection,
Yeah,
let's say, most of the Republican Party,
yeah,
those people, yeah, I don't really know,
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't, not gonna make them my friend, and I'm not gonna hang out, and I'm definitely not having a nuanced conversation
Yeah,
with someone who believes in Trump and thought he won and
yeah,
believes in the insurrection. That's a non-star. That like
yeah,
it's like
yeah.
I have to invite you in, and I'm not going to invite you in.
You're right. Yeah,
Go away.
yeah,
But yeah, so it's a really great conversation. You got to listen to that one. And then
yeah.
we talked a little bit about Palestine and Israel, but like again, I don't really talk about things I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that part of the conversation was, like, really, like, interesting, and it's like you said, I think you do a good job of, like, keeping it to being, like, I don't really know that much about this, so, like, I don't, like, wanna go in because, I think that's, like, smart to not talk about things that, like, I don't talk about Israel-Palestine a whole lot either because I definitely need to educate myself more, but I thought, that, like, just having kind of, like, a basic conversation about it and touching on it, like, is important, and I think it like, what, the stuff that Iman said was, like, really, like, interesting and, like, thought-provoking. So, yeah, no, I thought it was that part of the conversation was really interesting.
Yeah, it's also good to get resources and educate.
Mhm.
That's why I kept asking her what resources are
Yeah,
good. I think
absolutely.
where you're working is a really good resource.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, it definitely is, like and that's, like one of the, like, younger brands that I work for, it's called Alma, like, the stance that we've taken is specifically, like, about, like, educating, so, like, we have just, like, a lot of explainers that come out, so, like, this past week, Israel most likely will have a new prime minister and a new government coming in soon. So, like, the explainers we
that's
did were
right.
like, his name is Naftali Bennett, like, who is Naftali Bennett? And, like, who is in, like, the Israeli government? Like, we just have that as just, like, straight, like, facts. Because a lot of people, like, to, like, be able to participate in conversations, you just need to know things. And so just
Mhm.
giving people the facts to understand, like, what is happening is really important.
Yeah, you have to have the facts. And you have to look at all the sources and talk to your yeah, I talk to my
Yeah.
friends too. Like I talked to my friend from Egypt,
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I talk to my Jewish friends.
Yeah,
I try to
absolutely.
get, and then I'm Jewish.
Yeah, exactly.
So these are my people. Let's
Well,
see.
yeah.
Let me look at some of the comments here. Why would anyone judge you for wearing a mask in public? This seems like distinctly it is an American
It
thing.
is an American
Yeah, you
thing.
got that right.
It's the worst.
It, flu cases have gone down. Yeah, exactly right. That's why you could. I will never not wear a mask on a plane ever again.
Oh, yeah, no, me neither.
Some TV heads have been really loud against people still wearing masks. The usual suspects claiming it's oppressing them or something. Oh, which TV heads are doing that?
I think it's
That's
probably
like,
Greg Gutfeld or
oh,
whatever, like on the
yeah,
5.
yeah. It's like, do you
Yeah, just
like
like,
you just do you like leave us alone? If we want
oh,
to wear a
yeah, oh,
mask, it's like
God.
if you don't, if you, what is the problem? What is the
Yeah,
problem with
I
people's
really don't
choices?
know. Just, like, leave people alone, let them wear masks if they wanna wear masks.
Okay, Eric said the right thing. Turn the oven off. He's right. I have to turn the stove off. Oh God. I'll be right back, Evelyn.
Okay.
'Cause it's so hot.
I'm here.
Hot Tim, I'm on my live.
Oh, it's hot
You what?
time.
I'm on my live.
Hi, everybody. This is Hatem, Marina's friend.
We
Hi,
were talking about
Hatem.
we were talking about Palestine and how and Israel and how I don't talk about things I don't know.
Well, so you don't talk about sex?
Oh, goodbye.
That was funny.
Let me turn this oven off. I'll be right back. Evelyn, keep them
Let's
busy.
see. Yeah, sure. I'll take a look at some of these comments. Oh, wow. Interesting. Harris Bloom says it's not American all, or it's not all American. This article about, oh, in Sweden, I guess, something going on with people not liking to wear masks. Yeah, I just don't understand that point of view. I think it's been said on Friends Like Us multiple times, but it's like, why would you be judged for, doing something that is for your health? Like, you shouldn't judge other people for taking care of themselves. And I absolutely agree with that. Um, let's see. Venus Boys 3 says Hannity and such. Yeah, I don't watch a lot of Fox News, but I started going to the gym again, and so it will be on occasionally at the gym. So I'll get bits and pieces. I haven't seen Hannity as much, but like I said, the 5 is on a lot. And Greg Gutfield seems like the kind of guy who does not like people wearing masks.
Yeah, I can't stand that dude.
Yeah, it's
I
the
have
worst.
friends who hang out with him. I'm like, sorry.
Really?
I'm like, not gonna do it. Not
Yeah.
gonna do it. That's where I do draw the line. I draw the line with idiots. All right. Zoos in Africa have the critters we live with, like rats from New York City, pigeons and coyotes.
That's funny.
Oh, good for you, Scooby Doofus.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, let's see where else. I house sat I house sat for a friend who had 2 black cats named Sister and Girlfriend. Sister, girlfriend. I can't even imagine it. I can't.
That's really funny.
That's so funny. I can't. Like, Doctor Girlfriend has been eating this plant. It's dangerous.
Yeah.
How do I stop girlfriend from doing that?
Doing it, yeah.
Sister, eat your did you poop in the litter box, sister? Oh God.
That's so funny.
We shouldn't even dehumanize our enemies. I agree.
Yeah,
I agree with that. We shouldn't, but that's happening. I mean,
yeah. Like today is I've seen a lot on Twitter today. It's like the anniversary of the day Ronald Reagan died. And so I've seen a lot of people being, just kind of like making jokes about it or whatever. And like Ronald Reagan was a bad person. I don't feel any qualms about saying that, but it's like I'm not going to celebrate the fact that he's, dead.
Yeah, that's where you just that's where I don't do that either.
Yeah.
But I will say this. As a kid,
Mm-hmm.
this is a true story. It's really sad.
Hmm.
When Ronald Reagan was shot.
Oh, yeah.
And I was a kid. I was in, what grade was I? I think I was in 5th grade or 6th grade.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know the kids in my class? They clapped.
Oh my God.
This is 5th or 6th grade. So that means that their parents
were
vocal about how much they detested him
Yeah.
to the point where the kids that
Yeah.
young would applaud someone being shot.
God, yeah, that's
I still
wild.
think about that. I was like,
Yeah.
I remember the teachers were like, I think we had a discussion afterwards about
Oh,
that.
sure.
Yeah. It
Yeah, I
was,
can
and
imagine.
maybe it was one kid who started it and everyone followed. Who knows? But
Yeah.
I remember that. I'll never forget that.
Yeah, that
I
is
just know
very
that.
jarring.
Ooh. But I remember he was responsible for a lot that the black community's demise, that block of cheese, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, amen. We've seen how, through history. Let's
Yeah.
see. Okay, so Dia said Jeff Halper's recent book, Decolonizing Israel, Liberating Palestine, Zionism, Settlers, and the Case for Wonderment is informative on. Okay,
That's great.
that's
Thank
good
you.
information. I will check that out. I need to read more.
Yeah.
Rashid Khalid's book, The 100 Years War on Palestine History. Oh, you're going in a history of.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love that you just have that offhand. That's great.
That's great. Yeah. Hannity. Okay. Yes. We talked about those guys, those people. Ugh.
Yeah. Gross.
Them are comparing what to segregation?
Wearing masks.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. And the Underground Railroad. I think I heard.
Oh,
Some
God.
bullshit like that. I think Hannity said that. Yeah.
I'm sure. Yeah. Yeah, it's like these like people on Fox News, they love comparing like any little inconvenience to like slavery or the Holocaust. And it's like please stop. It's not the same thing.
Yeah, it's just not. Fifth and sixth grade haters. Yeah, I guess. Well, they were just, they were responding to their parents.
Yeah.
Who dances on? Yeah, don't dance on graves.
No.
Yes, don't do it.
No.
Did you check out any reviews? Do we have any?
Yeah, I actually did.
Oh, okay. I'm not
Cool.
sure if they're still reviewing us.
There was one, so I wasn't sure if you had read this or not. This was from May 25th. It was on Apple Podcasts, and it was somewhat recently, but it was actually about the episode Representation in Books Matter with Bethany Morrow. It's from S Sassy One, who said 5 stars. Friends like us, it's always funny and always truthful. This episode was especially thought-provoking, proof that reading is fundamental. Love, Marina, which is great. And then I picked 2 from Twitter, which both of these were in response to the most recent episode. This comes from Mark, who says, I love the show, Marina. And then, let's see, this other one from Twitter is from Lori McCarthy, who said, I enjoyed this podcast immensely. Yeah, so you're still getting reviews.
That's great. And then look at how Tim is off my phone and on to the live stream. I guess he's talking about Israel. The story doesn't start when the media starts covering it.
That's
Is
true.
that what you're talking about?
Yeah, what are you referencing?
What are you referring to? Because this is not.
Yeah, but that's definitely part of, that's something that, I can't remember who, but someone mentioned on the podcast this week that the media has kind of started like covering important things this past year. But you really sometimes have to do the work to educate yourself. Like you might not find
Tulsa. Look at Tulsa.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's like we have never talked about Tulsa so much in 1 year.
No, we have not. Oh my God, it was such like a weird combination to see that Tom Hanks opinion article from the New York Times.
I saw that.
Saying like we should talk about Tulsa, which is correct, but also it's like why Tom Hanks? But no, I agree. I mean, I really think that
I'll tell you why. You want me to tell you why?
Yeah.
Because people did not believe that COVID was real until Tom Hanks got it.
Yeah, that's true.
People were like, I was in a comedy club and someone mentioned it on stage and everyone was like, wait, should we leave? Like, what? I'm like, I knew it was real.
Yeah.
But Tom Hanks all of a sudden makes it real?
Oh,
That's
I think
right.
I also saw that people were like, this is Tom Hanks, like, trying to, like, make up for his son, Chet. Just, like, saying the
Oh,
most,
oh
like,
God, it's fun.
ridiculous things. But, yeah, I mean, I think, honestly, what got a lot of people's attention, like, started about Tulsa, like, in addition to it was, like, when it was on Watchmen,
Oh yes,
la like, I can't remember if that was, like, 2020 or I think it was, like,
that was
2019.
2019. Yeah,
Yeah, that was, like I think for a lot of people, me included, that was, like, one of the first, like, times that I was, like, introduced to, like, what had happened because I was not taught that in school.
neither was I.
Yeah,
That's the saddest part is like, I mean, as much the work that we have to do outside of school to get a really good understanding of American history is
yeah.
unacceptable.
Yeah, absolutely.
Unacceptable for the teachers as well. I mean, the
Yeah.
teachers want to teach, I'm sure, a
Yeah,
full course, history. I'm sure the
yeah.
teachers have these restrictions. They're not allowed. But here's the other thing I know that's going on is we've had examples of white teachers not doing a great job teaching slavery
Oh, no, yeah, some of, like, really awful stuff.
and not knowing, because they don't know black people, they don't know how. It's kind of like me saying, I don't talk about things I don't know. So
Yeah.
then those teachers need to have a course,
Yeah,
a
absolutely.
refresher course or something where they go to a school with a bunch of black women. Nah, you can't say that.
Yeah.
Nah,
Yeah,
you ain't putting the kids on the floor like they slaves. That's not gonna work.
yeah. Oh
Here's a
god.
book. Use
Yeah,
a book. Stick to the book.
yeah,
Never
absolutely.
sit. Never repeat the N word. I don't care. Don't whisper it. That's what they need because it's like,
Yeah.
I get it. I get the fear of teaching something that you don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Let's see.
and it's like a big thing too that like I've like people talking about like when was the first time you had a teacher that was black? And like for me, it wasn't until college that I, was had a professor or like an instructor that was black. And I think that I mean that won't solve like every problem, but I'm sure like it would be, a black history teacher would have more understanding of
Yeah.
black history to teach to others.
Yes. What's going? Someone, Isaac Hatem, are they talking? Are they having a conversation without us?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's Scooby Doo. That's because of that Watchmen HBO show. I thought it was fiction and felt sick when it turned out to be true. Yeah, it's very sickening. And that's why they're trying to cover it up, just like they're trying to cover up the insurrection. It's the same
Yeah,
thing. It's like, you can't, and you can't cover up all signs of history. Like I even said
yeah,
one time on the podcast, there were black Confederates.
yeah,
Now we could talk about why there were black Confederates. Obvious.
yeah,
That's where they lived, and that's where the main white supremacy existed. And you could
mhm,
argue that there was so much trauma and abuse that you don't even know that you should leave.
yeah,
But yes, there were black Confederate soldiers. And I remember someone really going in on me, and I was like, that's a part of history, and that's
yeah,
real. And as we should talk about Tulsa, we should also talk about what really happened with
mhm,
some black individuals that had to fight on the Confederate side or felt like they needed to. These are real stories that can't be,
absolutely.
make us uncomfortable, but are true.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
It
absolutely, and
doesn't
that's
make
like
them a Uncle Tom. Just it's like the show. I wasn't a slave, so but you know, but I do know the heart of the. I do know the heart of one. No, I remember someone asked me if I had watched 12 Years a Slave, and I was like, no, I've lived it. So, but Hatem is asking a question off brand
Oh,
here. Let's see here. I have a question. I saw your live stand-up show last night. I see people coming to you saying you were great and the best, but they do that in front of other comedians. So does that make you very uncomfortable? This girl was kept going. Oh, it's almost covering you. Let me move that off. Um, that does make me like someone was like, "You were funny." The guys were like talking about their testicles, and I was like, "All right." I was like, "Listen, while I agree on some level, I'm not going to agree with them."
Yeah.
because that's just rude. It's like you can give someone a compliment without
Yeah.
trashing the people who just got on stage and performed. It's like we're all
Yeah.
working really hard at this, guy, girl, black, white. I don't want
Yeah.
to trash anyone who's not in this person's view. It's so hard when they do that too, because this
I'm
girl would
sure.
not let it go. She
Oh
kept
no.
going. She goes, "Yeah, but you were like the best." And we were just like, "When is another one like?" It was so humiliating. I mean,
Oh,
like,
I'm
the
sure.
compliment becomes less of a compliment to me because it's like, you don't need to hurt. These are my fellow peers. These are my
Yeah,
friends, even.
absolutely. Yeah,
You're
exactly.
insulting people that I know. They're like my family.
Yeah.
So this is going out to all of you out there who ever watch this. If you ever do, if you like a comic, just say you like them.
Yeah, yeah.
Just say that. Don't trash. In other comics are in earshot. They can hear
Yeah.
you, by the way. If you go to the bathroom and you're talking to your friend in the stall, they can hear you.
Yeah.
Just know, like, and I had this experience with a comedian who was outside of the Comedy Cellar who was telling some people who were like, "Is the show funny?" And he went off on them. He
Oh,
was like,
wow.
"Listen, you're not gonna have a good time. Don't come in."
Yeah,
Which
I mean
is,
that's right.
isn't it? Because it's like, you look, you already have the wrong attitude. If you're gonna
Attitude.
be like
Yeah.
that, don't come. And here's another thing: if you are very sensitive and you feel like you're going to be triggered,
Hmm.
maybe going to a live stand-up show is really not for you. And I get it, and I understand it, and I respect it if you don't go,
Yeah.
because the stand-up world is not going to change. It's
Yeah.
not. It's always going to have trigger words, things that I don't like when I hear, but it's stand up. It's live. It's in a comedy club. These comics are exploring. They're going to
Hmm.
say some things that are going to upset you. And if you
Yeah.
don't feel like you're going to enjoy that, just stay at home and watch a Netflix comedian of
Yeah,
your
exactly.
choice.
There's so much content, like stand-up content that you really like you don't need to like go to live I mean, live comedy shows are great and I'm excited to continue going to them, but like I agree, like if it's not a place that you like someone will feel comfortable, like there's so much other content and like right now like so many like comedians, like comics like are doing like virtual content too, which is really, easy to tune into and also easy to like, if you don't like it, you can just click off of it.
Yeah. D is saying, yes, they are trying to erase Black history. This is a nationwide trend of erasure of not only Black history, but when people say that the Holocaust didn't exist, it
Yeah.
hurts it hurts my soul. I don't even understand how someone could fix their lips to say something like that. Like, that is
Yeah.
that's like pure evil.
Well, it's also just
Um,
like crazy because that's like an offshoot. Like people who tend to think that it's like an offshoot of like the Republican Party and like conservatism, which is like wild because most conservatives are like insanely proud of the fact that like Americans were in World War II and like, defeated Nazis. And yeah, it doesn't make sense.
no. Let's see, what is Scooby Doo? In modern society, we've merged the roles of jester and philosopher as the comedian.
Hmm.
IMO.
In
What's
my
that mean?
opinion.
In my opinion. Well, it's like, look, you have a choice. I
Yeah.
wouldn't call all of these comedians philosophers.
Yeah.
Okay, be very careful. And I've seen that mistake
Hmm.
of people thinking that all comedians are
Hmm.
modern day philosophers.
Yeah.
They're not. Some
Yeah.
comedians, I mean, if you want to count, like, you know, I don't know, talking about your ball sack philosophy.
Yeah.
But here, look, if that guy wants to talk about his ball sacks, a sack, he can talk about it. But
Yeah.
if he wants to be dirty comic, whatever makes you laugh, that's
Yeah.
really what comedy is.
Yeah.
And if you are a modern day philosopher that does stand up, then that works too.
Hmm.
We just lost Paul Mooney, and
Yeah.
Paul Mooney was a modern day philosopher. He was the only comic that was still left of that era, era that said, I don't know why I said it like that era, um, that basically spoke to a Black audience
Hmm.
unapologetically, and then would also speak to a white audience in the very same tone and breath, and never change it.
Yeah.
Never change it to make anyone feel comfortable. He
Hmm.
did what he did, and it was uncomfortable for some people would walk out or they'd stay, but he never changed it. And
Hmm.
that's why when we talk about Paul Mooney in such a way, it's a real loss
Hmm.
of information, unapologetic Black history
Hmm.
and comedy and philosophy. But that's Paul Mooney,
Yeah.
you know. That's what he did. Dick Gregory, same thing.
Yeah.
These is why these men were brilliant
Hmm.
and held in high regard by comedians.
Yeah.
But not everyone does that. I mean, we have who's someone that does Carrot Top? you want to call Carrot Top? I mean, I guess I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah,
Let's
I think
see.
that's like I agree with you. I think there are a lot of like comedians who can be like very philosophical and like very also like education-y, like teaching people about like the news and things that have happened. But yeah, I think like a mistake that people fall into is being like, oh, like I only kind of get like my news or like information like from comics, which like it happens when like you have so many late night shows, like, Last Week Tonight or Daily Show or whatever.
Yes, that's
But it's like
right.
you need to get your like information from like other sources that aren't comedians too.
Yeah. The great George Carlin. I love it. Yes. The great philosopher David Tell. I don't know. David Tell will talk about everything. He is one of the best ever to do it is David Tell.
Yeah.
And he talks about a random stuff. It's not like, I don't know if you call him a philosopher. But I guess
Yeah.
maybe. He's just brilliant.
Yeah,
Um,
he's good.
he probably would have a great reply to that. Chappelle, Pryor, Burr. I would say in this list, I will go with Pryor, maybe.
Mhm.
I guess it depends on what you consider a philosopher. I'm thinking more of people who were like talking about activism. So
Oh, yeah, sure,
that's
sure,
where
sure.
my mind is going when I think of philosopher. But I get what you're saying. These
Yeah.
are people who are philosophizing. Yes, Chappelle, Pryor, and Burr. Yes, they are. Yes, yeah, yes. I guess I do too in some way. Yes,
Mhm.
Marina Franklin. Can someone put that so I could put that up on the screen?
Yeah.
Marina Franklin, the great philosopher.
Philosopher. Yeah, exactly.
Cat Williams. Yes. T.K. Kirkland. Hilarious. Yes. We also got Carl. I'm not even gonna put Carlos Mencia because Carrot Top. Hilarious. Um. So yeah, I mean that's where we're at with comedy right now. I know a lot of comics talk about this, where they feel like they have to protect, the craft of what we
Yeah.
do because listen, jokes were never meant to be politically correct.
Mhm.
Um and they were always the problem was it was always white men doing it.
Yeah.
And that's why we talked about it on the show. We talk about Joe Rogan,
Yeah.
having the conversation with a comedian, Joe List, who I'm very good friends with. I love Joe
Yeah.
List. But, it's like I hear these conversations that white men have about stand up with no one of color around. And I'm like, if
Yeah.
you're going to have these conversations, have someone of color, don't like have someone black there so that you can have a full conversation. Don't
Conversation.
just, white men
Yeah.
need to stop talking to white men.
Exactly. The thing that like I mean, beyond like them having these opinions is I recently just like watched like the full series News Radio, and Joe Rogan is really funny in it.
Mhm.
Like he's a really good character actor. And so like he could it's like I don't know, like what Joelle says like he likes to ruffle feathers, which is like it's so annoying that he's fallen back on that as opposed to like
Yes.
actually doing like making jokes and like crafting things. It's like there is potential there for him to be like a very like funny and have a lucrative career doing that as opposed to just like saying the wildest, most like uneducated like things ever.
I know. I'm wearing my shawl now.
Oh, that's it looks good.
Oh, see, look, it's all
Yeah.
ice.
Wow.
Because Eric was like, Marina, turn the oven off, Franklin. Look at that.
That's wild.
Hello.
Honestly, I might invest in one of those.
It feels so good. It feels so good. Oh, so Arlene is talking about Hannah Gadsby. Let me see her because I know Hannah personally.
Yeah.
We've had her on the show not once, but twice.
Yeah.
So, Arlene, I don't know if you get a chance, you should listen to those episodes. They're still there.
Yeah.
And you hit me up if you can't find it. She goes, "What do you think about Hannah Gadsby? She basically became famous after a rant on stage that she intended to be her swan song." I don't know if that's correct, but she made it clear she was a gay woman, and had autism. Yeah. I mean, swan song. What does that mean? Is that like
Like
one
her
of those?
last like thing.
Oh,
Which like I mean like she
I
kind
see.
of did, but I don't think really like she intended to stop
No, she
doing.
didn't.
Yeah.
She thought she was gonna stop, and then because we all think we're gonna stop. We all
Yeah.
have those moments where we're like, "This is it. I'm done." I've had it
Yeah.
several times this month. I was like, "I love the pandemic, and I like not working. I don't know if I should I put in next week or should
Yeah.
I take off? I'm going to Chicago. Let me take a break."
Yeah, yeah.
I encourage you, but here's the thing about Hannah Gadsby. I love her. She's a good
Mhm.
friend of mine. I love what she did. She was just speaking her own truth. I don't know why
Yeah.
people got so upset about it. They wanted
Yeah.
to put it in a box of comedy.
Yeah.
Hannah didn't put it. It's so weird because everyone put that on Hannah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hannah didn't put it in that box. Netflix wanted to put it out there as a special.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of comics upset. People I know who were like really
Yeah.
upset. And I was like, what are we stomping on people who want to do art the way they want to do it? I mean, Hannah
Yeah.
is a study of art,
Yeah.
actual art, and that's in her next special. You could see it. So it
Yeah.
makes sense to me that she chose such an artistic path
Mhm.
with it. And it was brilliant. I loved it. And I saw it
Yeah.
live and it was
Oh,
brilliant.
wow. Oh,
Brilliant.
that's great.
Brilliant. And I didn't think either way. I didn't think it was a comedy. I didn't care. You know what I
Yeah.
cared about is that it was good.
Yeah, it was really good.
Resonated with me. It resonated with everyone in that room. And to me, that's all that matters.
Oh,
If you
yeah,
want to put a
absolutely.
label on it or take the label away, that do it.
Yeah. Yeah, the thing that's, like, wild is that new Bo Burnham special came out, and, like, it's different, but, like, has, like, he does very similar things to what Hannah Gadsby was doing and has gotten, like, 0 of that pushback that she got.
Even Chappelle had a moment when he was talking about George Floyd.
Yeah.
He talks about it in that short special,
Oh, yeah, that's right.
and he's like serious.
Yeah.
But you're right. When men want to branch out,
Yeah.
or for some reason, it's a thing. I
Yeah.
mean, it's a thing when women
And do it,
choose to do
yeah.
it, is what I'm going to say. But yeah, I saw the Bo Burnham thing. I was wondering why it keeps popping up on my Netflix.
Yeah, oh, it's like
I don't follow him.
he's
I don't
funny,
really
I like
know him.
him.
I never really watched him.
Yeah, I mean, he, like, definitely, like, cultivated himself, like, specifically over the internet.
Oh, didn't Gallagher go, not comedy anymore? Yeah, he smashed those melons and all the white people laughed. That makes me laugh, D. Thank you. That is so true, though. Did you see someone getting upset? I mean, everyone gets upset about what they think comedy can be for them,
Yeah.
or what entertainment should be. I mean, back in the day, they killed people for not entertaining them the right way. The
Yeah.
Queen was like, "Not funny, off with his freaking head."
Yeah, yeah.
So, this is real. These are like, I always think of why people act the way they do as these are like caveman tendencies.
Oh, sure, yeah. Like,
Okay, we
instinctual.
gotta go because it's almost 4. It was Marina. How long? The real question coming out. How long have you? I've been doing comedy for over 20 years.
Wow.
I'm about 20. I'm probably at 22. I stopped counting after a while.
Wow.
I don't like my age. I sort of don't want people to know because once they know the years, they start judging you. Like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
But it takes a really, it takes a really long time to be
Yeah.
good at this,
Mhm.
confident, have the tools.
Yeah.
That's why I'm forgiving of young comics. It takes comics are making it much earlier than they used to,
Yeah.
and younger, which is not necessarily good
Yeah.
because their voice is not really developed yet. That's
Mhm.
my opinion. I
Yeah.
could be wrong, but I think that young comedians tend to be influenced by older comedians, and they take on their personality, and they haven't yet developed their own voice. And so
Yeah.
sometimes they get into trouble because that's not their authentic self on stage, or
Yeah.
that's not, they haven't yet figured out which direction they want to go in.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
so they make mistakes, and then now you got people want to cancel them, all
Yeah.
kinds of stuff. And I think like that's why the industry needs to really not do this thing where they only focus on young talent, they in
Mhm.
comedy specifically.
Yeah.
I mean, it's look, ageism is prevalent everywhere, but in comedy, to not look at older comedians or comedians who've been
Yeah.
doing this for a while is a disservice to the audience that needs to receive really good comedy.
Absolutely. I agree.
I say sometimes I preach, and that was a moment. I think I deserve a
Yeah.
standing O.
I agree.
Let's see here. What about Mike Birbiglia? Oh God, he's a good friend. I'd be interested in seeing a comedian speak on being autistic. We need more diverse perspectives. I agree, and I think that's all out there now.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean, that's
absolutely.
what Hannah did talk about. So you would love
Yeah.
her special. She talks about it.
Yeah, it's great.
Um, yeah, Mike Birbiglia is great. Everyone, look, I love everyone.
Mhm.
Peace. Oh, look, peace D. Yeah, because we're going in like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And then yes, DJ Eric Prince says he's known me for 16 of them. I first noticed. Oh, okay. I first noticed Marina on a show with a bunch of female comics. Feinstein. That's Nikki Glazer, the blonde woman. That's so funny that you can't remember her name, and she's like huge now. She just did the MTV Awards. I don't know if that makes you huge, but she's doing like a lot.
Yeah, I've seen her a lot
Mm-hmm.
recently.
And Amy Schumer. So it was Nikki. It was called Women Who Kill with Amy Schumer, Rachel Feinstein, Nikki Glazer, and myself. And we've all been friends for the years.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, it was the Queen of Hearts and Allison Warner who said, "Off with their heads." Not a historical figure, or was there a real queen who did that to her comedians? Yes.
Oh yeah, I would not be surprised.
The jesters,
Yeah.
yes. It's like if you look, people have such a reaction when something doesn't make them funny.
Yeah.
I mean, people get mad
Yeah.
when you don't bring them joy. It's really hilarious in
Yes,
itself
yeah.
because it's not our fault that something in you did not resonate with the joke that I told. Like some
Yeah.
people are laughing in the room and maybe it just didn't connect to you.
Yeah,
But
and that's
people
okay.
get mad
Mhm. Yeah, they
because
do.
people want to be happy.
Yeah.
And when you don't make them happy, you ever been to a show, Evelyn, and was like, oh, this is the worst thing I've ever had to sit through? And you're just like, I need out.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, or a movie. We're like, who thought this was good?
Good. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, no, I think because like I'm a I'm a comic and I do like perform like when something doesn't like when I don't like something or I'm like this is the worst, like I'm like okay, well I can just like kind of sit with it and just like be here in this moment and they're like try to find something about it that I like because I do like understand that feeling of like when someone reacts badly to not being entertained.
It's crazy. They
Yeah,
get
it's wild.
Speaking of Dave Attell, a customer once threw a glass
Really?
and it hit the brick wall behind him and it shattered.
Oh my god.
And the guy was like, and I was hosting that show. I'll never forget it. I was like, what would make you do that?
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, but I do understand like jokes and the things we talk about, they touch,
Yeah.
comedy is triggering.
Oh yeah. Hmm.
So, yeah. But to throw a glass,
That's shocking.
and the guy, I remember they took him out and he was like, my uncle just died. I'm just really upset. And it's like, what does that have to do with his joke?
Jokes, yeah.
It's really crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah, so it's like, Venus, you need that safety shield up. Yeah, I know. That's how I felt that day.
Yeah.
Oh, Prince says bye. Bye, Prince.
Bye.
So we are going to get out. Evelyn, I miss you so
I
much.
miss you too. Yeah, this was great.
So you're not going anywhere.
No, yeah, no, I love doing this. This is so fun. And I definitely need to it's a little bit of a trek because I'm in Brooklyn, but I definitely would love to come see one of your shows.
Oh, yes. Yes, you have to. Actually, one of the new assistants is actually coming to town. And if you want,
Oh, that's
we should
right.
go have lunch or something.
Oh, that would be really fun. Yeah, I'd love that.
And maybe Shannon could join us.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh my God. It's been, a long time since I've seen Shannon.
Here's a true story. There's a guy that I met on Match.com,
Mm-hmm.
and we finally got to know each other's
Oh,
names.
wow.
And Shannon brought me up to him as the
Really?
person who told her to drink Pedialyte.
Wow.
She's like, yeah, because he was getting his second vaccine shot, and she's like, yeah, my mentor, Marina Franklin. He's
That's
like,
so funny.
isn't that funny?
That's really funny.
And then I called Shannon. I was like, Shannon, what does he look like? What's going on? She's like, I don't know.
Oh.
True Shannon form. She's like, I mean, what do you want from me? I don't know what you, Shannon.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
That's so funny.
I was like, Shannon, you got to answer these questions for me.
That's important.
I love her.
That's great.
So, all right. Well, there's someone wrote something else. Look, I can't look in my eyes. Apparently, royal jesters were sometimes used. Okay. Apparently, royal jesters were sometimes used as a messenger on battlefields and were sometimes killed in that role. Ooh. I haven't found an example of one being killed for not being funny yet. I'll find one, Robin.
Yeah.
I'll find one.
Nice.
So yeah, we gotta go though. That can't be my homework. Yes, no, it can. It'll be all of our homework.
Yeah, we'll look into it.
We'll look into it. I want to thank you all for being here. This has been great. I'm Marina Franklin.
And I'm Evelyn Frick.
Make sure you wear your mask if you want to. Mm-hmm. Please get vaccinated. No judgment if you don't. It is your right, but kind of a judgment.
Yeah, a little one.
And Black Lives Matter, okay? Stay safe, everyone. Bye. We love you. Friends like us. Don't forget to check it out. We got Yamanika coming up. Pat Brown is on this week's episode, so make sure you listen.
Yeah.
Share it with a friend like us. Or maybe not.